today's session, I'm going to show you how to drive your CRM like a Ferrari and not like a bicycle, okay? Most people that I work with, they drive their CRM like bicycle and drive me nuts. You have a very sophisticated set of tools that you can drive like a Ferrari, and this is exactly what I will try to show you in the next sessions. Today will be session number 1 of Drive It Like a Ferrari, and let's begin. What I want to do today is whenever I have a lead and the lead is going to get a document for signature, let's assume a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, which is very common for service businesses. Whenever this document is being signed, I like this record, NDA signed, to be yes. And that means that my team will know when this document is signed and they can proceed and work on this lead. Okay? Until the person did not sign the NDA, I don't want to do anything about it. Now, while the NDA is in progress or process and the lead's supposed to sign it, I also like an automated notification to be sent to him, so it will babysit him while it's supposed to sign, and I don't want to do anything because I like to be lazy. Okay, let's begin. So first of all, in my lead page, I need to have a field NDA signed, and in this case I have it. If you don't know what to do and how to do it, this is a pick list, and that's, I think, in lesson number 4 in my CRM course. You can see how to do it, which I believe everyone should know how to do it. Very simple. When I'm going to Zoho Sign, I have created here a new template. In my Zoho CRM course, you already have a lesson of how to create those templates. It's not that difficult. Also on my YouTube channel, you have also a video like that. So even if you don't have the course, you should know how to create it. So right now we have a pick list and we also have NDA template on our Zoho Sign. Next, we need to have a Zoho Flow, and the Zoho Flow is going to connect everything. I can tell you that I got the idea of creating this session based on a client of mine that paid $1,500 for a developer, or I would say a guru, to do this integration for him. So something that we are going to do in 15 minutes, he paid $1,500, which is $100 per minute. Not that bad. This is a very good business to be in. Okay, let's click on Create Flow. And for the people that don't know what is Zoho Flow is a system that is integrated or connecting between Zoho and different applications. So when something happens in one system, it can do something else in a different system. Let's click on Create Flow and let's give it a name. Let's say NDA signed. And let's click on Create. Next, you have here a few options. We are going to go with an app because we like to trigger. Think about it like a weapon. When you click the trigger, something happens. Usually it's an explosion, but whenever you click, something happens. Here is the same thing. You need to click on an app and you need to select which application is going to trigger the action. And as you can understand, Zoho Sign is going to trigger because we like the trigger to be when a document is signed. Okay? So let's go here and write Zoho Sign, and we're getting Zoho Sign. We click on Next. And next you will have here multiple options. From the options that you have here, the one that we need will be when the document is signed. So let's go over the options. Document completed, declined, expired, forwarded, recalled, sent, signed. I need signed. So I'm just clicking on signed and clicking on next. Next, you can see here the connection. So if you have it here, you just need to create the connection. And if you want, we can create a new one. I will give it a name. So let's say it's sign to. I click on authorize. it will open here a new window. I click on accept and it's done. This is the integration. So when a developer telling you that you need to integrate API of Zoho Sign and Flow, a big story, just know it's about 5 seconds of work. I'm sorry I'm pissed off. I was scammed so many times in my life and it's just floating again. Okay? I put tens of thousands of dollars or maybe more on scammers. So this is why I'm so angry. Anyway, let's go here. So we have here a document signed. And when the document is signed, I like to change the NDA signed to yes. So I will go here to Zoho CRM. And you can see that I have here multiple options. Let's just write Zoho CRM so we will have less items. Now, if you think about it, I need to know which record I need to set, which record I need to change to NDA signed. So I will need to fetch the lead. And if you go here, you can see different options. And one of them will be fetch lead. And I will take the fetch lead and I will put it here. And the system will ask me if I know the lead ID or the lead email. If you think about it, whenever you're sending a document for signature, you send it to the person email. So in this case, I should know the email. On the right side, if you click on document signed, you can see that you have here lots of different details related this document. If I will search here for email, you can see that one of them will be email reminders, which obviously it's not what we need. Owner email, which is usually the person who sent the document, and it's not what we need. Performed by email, and that's what we need. The person who actually signed. So I will click here on email and then on performed by email, and you can see that this is pre-filling information. And that will be the variable, this question mark of who the email is. And when I will click on done, what really happens in this step is that the fetch lead will have the information of the lead. Okay, so now I have here a document that was signed by Josh, and the fetch lead will grab Josh record with all the details, everything about Josh. The next thing that I need to do, if you think about it, is to update Josh record with NDA signed to yes. So I will go here, I will select update. So I have here update module entry. I will put it here. And now the system is asking me, okay, Lior, you want to update, but which module? And as you can see here, I will choose the lead because until now I worked on the lead. I sent the NDA to the lead. I also fetched the lead, and now I'm going to update the lead. So I click on leads. I have here a few items, and this is extremely important. The ID will be who is the lead, what is the lead ID. And if I will click on fetch lead, I will get here all the information about this lead, and one of them will be the lead ID. So I will click here and write ID, and you can see that one of the items under the fetched lead will be the lead ID. So same thing, I click on the entry ID and click on lead ID. Okay? Now, below you will see different fields, and one of them will be signed NDA. I just need to click on yes. Job is done. So I lied. It took me 10 minutes with the explanations. So it's about $150 per minute. Not bad. Let's click on done and let's test our flow. But before that, you need to turn it on at the top. And we are going to click on history because very soon we're going to see what happened with it. Let's go to our lead I will go here to send with Zoho Sign. We'll go to Zoho Sign template. We'll go to the NDA. It's being sent to this client, and let's just do quick send. And this document is on its way. I will check my email on the other side. I will just go ahead and sign it, and you can see it here. Very good. Let's click here, agree and sign. Okay, I'm assigning my name. Very nice signature, and finish. Perfect. Now, let's go to Zoho Flow. Let's refresh here. And you should see here that you added 443. A second ago, you had here a completed action. And if we click on it, you can see what happened in the document signed, fetched lead, and update module entry. The document signed, if you click on the output, you can see who the person that signed. You can see what was the document. You can see everything. So that's step number one. Step number two will be the fetch lead. So you can see here that it pulled the correct person. Okay. And the last one will be updating the signed NDA to yes. And that's the third one. If we're going now to this record, that you see that the signed NDA is empty, if we refresh it, you will be able to see that now the signed NDA is yes. And now the process is completed. And if we go to, let's go back to our NDA signed, we'll go to the builder. And if you want to do more cool things with it, because I said 15 minutes, but we still have a minute and a half until we finish this 15 minutes. So let's do something crazy. If you can look here on my templates, you can see that I have an NDA template and also Lior Isaac template, and maybe I have 50 more templates. What if I only want to have the NDA in this process and not other templates? Because right now, even if I sign this template, it will still make the NDAs yes. So if, for example, you want to have a decision, you will go here and you will need to drop the decision. But the decision needs to be here below document sign. Because I like to say whenever a document is signed with the name NDA, this is when I want to execute everything that we created. So I'm going here and I'm going to cut this connection. Let's drop it here. I am going to drag and drop a decision, and the decision will be based on the document name. So if the document name contains NDA, which is identical of the name of the template, only then I want to continue and execute the rest. Okay? So you can see that I have this decision. And then on the right side, I will pull the next one. Now the decision will have on the right side this small bubble, and also on the bottom. On the bottom, it means that the condition was not met, which means the document is not NDA. On the right side, it means that the condition is met, which means the document is NDA. So the result is that the document, whenever it's signed, it will check if the document is NDA. If it is, it will fetch the lead and update the record. If it's not the case, it will go here to the bottom, which you can do more if the document is something else. And then you can have different set of rules. Okay, so we're in 16 minutes with explanation. So you can see it's not that difficult to do it. Zoho Flow can give you lots of options to drive a Ferrari. It's not that difficult to change your entire company using automations. So please try to be creative with your system. Don't compromise with mediocrity. Go nuts with your automations. Every automation that you will have in your system will reduce manpower, which means you can use your manpower for good things, to produce more. and not stupid things that a machine can do better than us humans. If you like the session, thumbs up is always appreciated. If you have any comments, drop them in the comments below. Please don't send me emails for questions. I'm right now on about 14,100 emails. I lost control long ago, so if you're sending it to my email, probably I will never see it, okay? So thank you very much for watching this session. We'll see you in the next one.